Sometimes the biggest, most amazing ideas, they aren't hiding in some dense, complicated textbook. Nope, they're usually right out in the open, hidden in the most ordinary places you can imagine. Today, we're going to go find one of those ideas, and our whole journey starts with something as simple as a single dictionary page. So, what can one dictionary page really tell us? You're probably thinking, well, not a whole lot. A definition, maybe how to pronounce the word. But what if I told you that a single entry in a simple online dictionary actually holds a clue to a huge, revolutionary idea about language itself? And here it is. This is our word rate. We use this word all the time, right? We talk about interest rates, heart rates, we rate movies, we rate restaurants. It seems totally simple, totally common, completely straightforward, but it's not. Because tucked away on its dictionary page, there's this little note. A clue that reveals this very ordinary word is actually part of a pretty special, exclusive club. A secret, really, that kind of changes how you think about the power of simple words. And there it is. This is the clue, pulled right from the Wiktionary page. Great is on the basic English 850 list. See? That's not a definition or a synonym. It's a tag, a label that kind of makes you go, what's that all about? So that's the big question, the one that unlocks this whole thing. What is the basic English 850 list? It sounds maybe a little technical, I know, maybe a bit obscure, but the answer is this brilliant and really powerful idea about how we all communicate. To really crack the code of this 850 list, we have to see why a word like rate would even be chosen for it in the first place. And to do that, we need to look at the different jobs it does for us. Okay, so first up, rate works as a noun. And in this job, it's pretty much all about measurement and movement. Its core job here is to measure speed. Is something happening quickly, slowly? The word rate just perfectly captures that pace of change, that frequency of an event. And this example just makes it click, right? 70 beats per minute. You can immediately picture that. And this shows rate measuring a biological rhythm, sure. But it could just as easily be talking about water flow or even your typing speed. Pretty much anything that happens over time. So that's job number one, a word for speed. But that's not all it does. Rate has a whole different second career. It also works as a verb. And when it does that, its meaning totally shifts from measurement to judgment. Think about it. When you rate something, you're not measuring how fast it is. Nope, you are assessing its worth, its quality. You're making a judgment call. Take this example. Reading a book has absolutely nothing to do with how fast you read it. It is entirely about your opinion of its quality. So in this case, rate is a word for evaluation. So let's put it all together. On one hand, the word rate is about objective measurement, speed. But on the other hand, it's about subjective evaluation, value. This one simple word is an incredibly powerful, versatile little tool. And that versatility, that's the whole reason it was chosen for that special list. So now, finally, we can answer our big question. Why is rate on this list? Well, it's because it does so much work. And that, right there, is the entire philosophy behind the basic English 850 list. This is the magic number, 850. Basic English is essentially a simplified version of the English language, but it's built on a core foundation of just 850 words. The idea was to create a kind of toolkit of the most essential words. Now, these aren't just any words. They are the hardest working, most functional words in the entire language. They were chosen specifically because, just like rate, they're foundational. You can combine them in tons of different ways to express a huge range of ideas and do it clearly and precisely. It was actually designed to be an international language, something easy to learn and use for science, business, you name it. And this is a super common misunderstanding. The goal isn't to dumb down English or to restrict what you can say. It's actually the exact opposite. It's about empowering people with a small set of really powerful tools that can be used to build almost any complex thought. You can think of it like a Lego set, but with just 850 of the most essential bricks. So, the crucial takeaway here is this. The story of the word rate really shows us that simplicity and power are not opposites. A small, carefully chosen vocabulary can be incredibly expressive. It teaches us that clarity usually doesn't come from using bigger words, but from using the right simple words and using them well.
And that brings me to a final thought I want to leave you with. Because this whole system, it forces you to figure out what is most essential. So it makes you ask yourself, if you only had these 850 foundational blocks to build your world, what ideas would you express first? What would be the very first thing you'd need to say?